3 Cents Podcast is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Siding. These guys are awesome when it comes to roofing needs, but also siding and renovation. They do gutters. These are year-round issues, and Integrity Roofing and Siding is there for you 24/7 year-round. Need a roofer? Our roofer is Integrity Roofing and Siding, 210-340-7663. 210-340-7663. The official roofing company of 3 Cents Podcast is Integrity Roofing and Siding.
Back for another 3 Cents Podcast, still stuffed.
Absolutely.
From a week of eat, yes. The Thanksgiving belly is still strong. A week removed from all of the indulging here. But we welcome you into another 3 Cents Podcast presented by Integrity Roofing and Siding. Ernie Zuniga, Mike Taylor, Cleto Rodriguez, LG right here pushing the buttons and making it all happen. We have our Salvation Army Red Kettle here. And we've had it out for a couple of weeks now. And people have been very generous. I was at an event last weekend, had some people drop some bills into the kettle, and then people grabbing their phones and hitting the QR code and everything.
Tis the season.
So soon we will go to a Walmart near you or a location near you and ring the bell and hopefully have some of our viewers come out and see us and everything. That would be great. But I mentioned the kettle because we're also a week removed from... this will be the second Thursday in a row the Cowboys will have played. Mm-hmm. So last week we had the Cowboys in a resounding win on Thanksgiving Day. And they
Who did
well.
they play? Harlandale?
I think they played the Harlandale Indians, I believe, and McCullum in the second half. But a lot of the chatter was for the halftime show.
Dolly Parton.
Like we knew Dolly Parton was going to perform, and we know she's a rock and roll Hall of Famer and a legend.
Wow.
But then she's 77 years old, I believe.
77 years old. My dad lives with me. He's 77. He doesn't look anything like that.
He doesn't wear a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader's outfit either.
No, he doesn't, but he doesn't look that well in shape either, because I was like, wow, Dad, look at that. You could be like her.
She almost broke the internet, I think. I mean, a lot of people were responding to that. Your thoughts? I mean, were you...
I was amazed at that. I thought she did a fantastic job. I thought she had the... sorry, scam likely. I thought she
not Dolly Parton calling?
That's not Dolly Parton calling, but I thought she did a fantastic job. I thought she looked fantastic. I thought she... she took care of herself, if that's all of her there.
Well, it's not.
I mean,
she's had some help along the way.
Not everything is 77 on her.
Yeah. I think some of the stuff was from 77.
Very few.
I didn't know if it was Dolly Parton or the last remaining surviving cheerleader from the last year they won the championship.
I think it was. From Super Bowl 30 in Tempe, Arizona.
That's right.
Hey, thank you, LG. Don't forget to tip your producer.
That's right. That was late. Be here all week, folks.
A lot of people were really moved by that performance, and like you go girl, and I mean, we all know she can sing and write songs, and she's a legend. But to have the cojones to put that outfit on and come out on a national audience,
she's a stud.
She is.
Even Romo was lost for words.
Tony Romo,
yeah.
Which was funny because I don't like Tony Romo, and Jim Nantz had to get him back on track.
He had to put the train back on the track.
I mean, then like
bird dogging her. She's good. Yeah, she's and Nantz like, yeah, she's an American treasure. Anyhow, the third quarter will start in 2 minutes. Tony, that was fun, and a hell of a lot better too. That's not really my cup of tea. I recognize how talented and great, and she's a legend. It was certainly a hell of a lot better than Jack Harlow.
Oh, yeah.
For the Lions game.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to hate on the young dude, but y'all see the white kid rapper?
I did.
At the Lions game?
I would have rather gone with Eminem myself.
I'd rather your dad do it than Jack Harlow. I mean, that was awful.
My dad,
The Cowboys
77-year-old rapper. There you go.
The Cowboys have had some hits and some massive misses on Thanksgiving past.
Yeah.
The Creed halftime of 2001 being the low point in the history of Thanksgiving.
I kind of like that one.
But that was pretty cool. Y'all remember that one?
I do remember that one.
The lip syncing and the
What's next? The Spice Girls?
The dude from Cirque du Soleil comes out on the flowing ribbon. What is going on? But that was awesome. Charlotte Jones Anderson, Jerry's daughter, puts that together. And that was awesome to get Dolly.
Who's doing halftime at the Super Bowl?
Usher is.
Usher, that's
Usher,
right.
yeah. All this does, see, and I get called, oh, you're an old man. All this does, Dolly Parton, Usher, Just reminds me, music today sucks.
Oh,
I would have thought they were going Taylor Swift.
well, that's what I was going to say. But Taylor Swift, believe it or not, is probably one of the few artists on earth who does not need the NFL right
Has
now.
she not done Super Bowl yet?
I don't think she's done the Super Bowl.
She would be an obvious one, for sure.
But I thought, because when Usher came out, I'm not going to lie, I was like, really? Like, I guess I thought I was expecting
I would have gone Eagles.
He thought that too.
Eagles.
Oh, really?
Can we get some yacht rock?
I better write some new songs. No, I mean, I'm not all new music sucks, but I mean, when you got to drag out 77-year-old people, it's kind of some.
Well,
speaking
of 77, I would have gone with some Boz Skaggs, some Skaggs. Get some yacht rock in there.
Captain and Tennille, I think, didn't they do the Super Bowl? I think they did. I want to say they were part of an ensemble. Back in the day. Yeah.
Many years. I saw the story the other day where it was the year before, like in '83 or something, the year before the Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime show at the Rose Bowl, where this was in the early '90s when they were having the game. And if you remember In Living Color, the show on Fox, the sketch comedy show.
It was 90-something, right?
It was like 93, whatever. And they would say, hey, at halftime, the game was on NBC. At halftime, hey, turn it to Fox. We're going to have this In Living Color special.
Yeah.
And NBC said they lost 20 million viewers at halftime that year that switched to In Living Color and then came back, obviously, for the second half of the
year
game.
Before the Cowboys?
The year before the
one?
Michael Jackson Super Bowl.
That was in Pasadena.
They had whatever marching band or the USC marching band or whoever it was.
You know what? I probably switched it. Now that you bring this up, I can't confirm that.
Yeah.
But that was early 90s. Mike was a
yes.
big old In Living Color fan.
Well, Michael Jackson, when he was doing the halftime show, I mean, it took him like 3 years for him to move after he took his glasses off. No. I was like, good night, man. Hurry up. Let's get this. He just stood there.
But they came back. Well, no, but they came back the year after that, and they said, we can't, NBC, the executives in the NFL was like, we cannot have this happen again.
Yeah.
We cannot have 20 million people leave at halftime.
Yeah,
so that's when they got with the
up.
producer and said, let's bring on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Because didn't they start doing that everywhere? Like after that, they started doing like dog something?
Well, they do the kitten bowl and
everybody does
puppy
their own
bowl,
bit.
and they do
Puppy bowl,
different things like that. But what was interesting was when Michael Jackson did the halftime show. I remember it was in the Rose Bowl. So I can't remember who played in the game. Is that Buffalo in New York?
Cowboys in Buffalo.
And Cowboys.
52-19,
and
baby.
the game was on the West Coast. And Michael Jackson, apparently the first thing he asked the NFL when they approached him to do the halftime show was, can we move the start of the game further? Because he wanted his performance to be in prime time. And the NFL was like, no, Michael, you don't understand. On the East Coast, it'll be like 11 o'clock at night if you do it. So we're not moving the kickoff for you. But anyway.
Well, then just give me 20 more million.
Thank you, Michael.
Which they probably did.
But that's how it, now we know these halftime shows, the productions and everything, but that's how that started, back in the early 90s.
Oh, what a glorious night. I brought up a great memory.
I remember,
I wonder what he charged for that.
No, they don't get paid.
What?
The NFL does not. They get zero. The NFL, at least as of recently, they don't. The halftime performers get zero.
I think you just get so much run.
They
on
get
your
so much publicity and exposure. Their songs go to #1, and then they sell a bunch of albums, or they got to go on tour. I can't remember who was it, Beyonce recently, or Katy Perry, or something that happened, or oh gosh, I can't remember his name, but either way,
I feel that a comedian's going to be up there pretty soon.
A stand-up comic?
Just do a 13-minute set.
Who would you think it'd be? Kevin Hart?
Yeah, the NFL's going to go with mainstream.
Somebody mainstream.
Kevin Hart, got to promise not to cuss.
Yeah.
Keep it clean, all this kind of thing.
That's interesting.
But Usher, so we'll see if he's by himself or he has a cast.
I don't hate Usher. I don't
hate him.
I don't know what he's. I think he just released a new record. I believe I should go.
Can he carry the halftime show on his own though?
I think he'll have help. They all have. Now we see ensembles every year now.
Yeah.
Like we had Shakira and
Jennifer Lopez. Well, last year it was somebody by themselves, right?
Well, we had hip hop a couple of years ago.
That was in California.
Yeah, that was pretty cool with Eminem and NWA.
Yeah.
Who did we have last? Who was it last year?
Yeah.
The Weeknd? Was it The Weeknd?
That was so bad. No, it wasn't The Weeknd, but it was awful.
Oh, it was Rihanna.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, where she grabbed herself all pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
that's
Rihanna.
right.
The Lemonade or whatever it was called. Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see what happens. Are you feeling more confident about the Cowboys being in the Super Bowl?
Who, me?
Either one of you, yeah.
No.
I know you're a Texans fan.
That's right. No,
You grew up in the Metroplex.
Mm-hmm.
Metrosex, as you call it.
Yeah. Okay, you put me on the spot here.
I didn't mean to.
Honestly, I got to be honest with you, boys. I think they can win the championship.
There you have it. Mark the tape. Mark the tape right now.
And a lot of that goes to what Tom Brady said last week. He's never seen so much mediocrity in the NFL ever.
Yeah.
That is true.
And he caught some flack for that.
Yeah.
He's right. Look how many awful teams there are in the league right now.
That are in
Almost all
playoff
of
contention still.
Yeah, the Cowboys are playing Seattle tonight, who's probably going to go to the playoffs, and they got Geno Smith as their quarterback.
Right.
The quarterback play in the league is as poor as it's been ever. Well, in 20 years.
True.
Because we've had so many guys get hurt.
Injuries.
And so many primary big-time players go down, and teams are playing rookies. Look at some of the teams the Cowboys have played. This kid for the Giants the other week.
Memorial.
It's like he looked like some character from The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Jets with the kid from BYU, Zach Wilson, who's now been benched.
Kennedy.
That Matt, what's his face from Washington the other on Thanksgiving.
Harlandale.
Who are these? They shouldn't. These are not NFL starting quality quarterbacks, man. It is the quarterback position is as bad,
and they're beating them big time
as it's been in a long time. So because of that, by default, the Cowboys can win the Super Bowl, provided number 4 doesn't screw it up.
Dakota Prescott.
Yes, because they have a championship roster.
He does it every year, Mike.
They have a solid offensive line. The running game's coming together.
They have a kicker.
They have a great. He's first team All Pro. They're getting Brandon Cooks more involved. The other kid, the other tight end they drafted's coming on. He's doing a good job as a backup. The front 7 defensively is among the top 2 or 3 in the league. They have a first team All Pro who just set the all time record for pick sixes in a season.
Yeah,
they have a
kid's
championship roster.
Yeah,
it is up to your boy Dakota, who's going to be a daddy, apparently.
He is.
To not screw it up. They can win the title.
Girl dad.
They
well,
really
it's
can.
coming, like Stephen A. Smith says,
but they can.
It's coming.
Outside of the Eagles and the 49ers, they can beat anybody else.
I think the 49ers
They're going to have to win on the road in the cold, probably.
There's nobody. Dak's got to be good in these big games, which he's not been.
LG,
they destroy the Harlandales and the
Memorials. Can you mark this?
They go up there and they play the Boston schools and get whooped. Whenever they
can you mark this and say that the Dakota Prescott's going to go ahead and mess this thing up?
Oh, yes. Okay, so Cleto's calling.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the Texans will win it all.
All Cleto's doing is going on recent history. So he's a smart man.
And speaking
I
of recent history,
say they can win the title. I think they can.
I have buddies of mine that have been writing me since the Texans have been down and out even more so. And now it's like they're like, wow, y'all barely won. I go, W is a W.
That's right.
And I don't even know how to act when I get a W now. I really don't. I mean, it's like, wow, we don't know how to act. We're like, what is this cheering stuff?
Act like you've been there.
Yeah, you have to act like you've been there. And
it's just you've got a lot of guys hurt, a lot of aging quarterbacks like Matt Stafford, and then you got a lot of these rookies that shouldn't be even on rosters, much less starting games. It's outrageous how bad it is.
Yeah.
But the Bears beat the Vikings Monday night. And who was the Vikings quarterback? Joshua Dobbs,
right?
Who beat the Cowboys early this year when he was a Cardinal, but he's so terrible they let him go when Kyler Murray got back.
Yeah.
Another kid who got hurt. And the Bears beat the Vikings. And who's the Bears quarterback?
Justin Fields.
Okay, and this kid's pretty much done. He's cooked. He's terrible. We got 12 to 10
They didn't score a touchdown.
This year, I think
they didn't score a touchdown?
This is the lowest scoring season in like 20 some odd years
for the Cowboys.
No, in the NFL overall, scoring's down as low as it's been in at least 20 years. It's just it's a mediocre league. It's all they set it up to be that though, but because they want everybody, they want parity. They want everybody to be parity. They want everybody to be 8-8. Yeah. Everybody to have a chance to win the Super Bowl for TV, and that's fine. Right. But it's really bit them in the butt this year with all the injuries to that position. Yeah. And let's just keep adding more games. We'll have an 18th game at some point. We will. They want to get it to an even number at some point.
Speaking of games, the Rodriguez family flag football championship.
I'm way more interested in that.
That was,
you're alive. You're not sore.
You know what? I barely ran.
What?
I caught the ball once. And then like I told you, I could hardly see.
Oh, you're the receiver.
I was receiver. Yeah,
You're not all-time quarterback.
I was all-time blocker majority of the time because I couldn't really see. I was blocking my own guy, and we won by 1, and we played up to 5 this year.
Oh.
Last year we set up to 5, but we played up to 3 because we were old. And
3 scores and that's it. We quit. Was it a 5-minute game?
No, it was a long game. It was a long game. And I mean, it took me longer to mark the field than it did to play the game.
Oh, he sent me a picture. It was lovely.
Yeah, we saw it.
That's the fun part, marking the field.
Marking the field, yeah. I had the kids because I had one of those little paint things that you kind of roll with it,
Yeah.
But that was like $5 each. I said, "No, I'm getting the $2. We got to spray with the sideways." So I had my nephews and all of them just spraying the whole lines with a manguera, the hose, just putting all down there, make it leave even, and they're just.
Yeah, it looks straight. Okay, good, good enough.
Straight. Let's move
good
on.
enough.
We move on. So that's what we did. Every year we do that, and it was adults versus the kids, and the adults 1 by 1.
Heck yeah. Let them hang
Show
around.
them whippersnappers.
Let
what's
them hang
going on.
around just enough, but
That's
still
right.
beat them.
That's
Let them know
right.
what's up.
You should see their faces. This game stinks. And hey. You're talking a lot of noise over there, quarterback, for throwing 3 pick sixes.
Well, y'all do touch anywhere?
Flag football.
Flag, very nice. I love
Flag
that.
football.
Okay, very good.
I mean, but I'm gonna be honest with you. My nephew came through, and he's like about 15, and he was like right there. Mike, I didn't even try to bend down. Nope, you go.
That's not
my
worth getting
long
hurt.
guy right here
Hey,
was already pinching
flag
me.
football's coming to the Olympics. You never know. Maybe you could, this could be your in.
That'd be nice.
Or you can do
Hey, come
stand
on,
up.
guys,
Oh,
let's
you
all
can do
go.
stand up at the halftime.
Yeah,
Let's
you know
keep it
what?
to that.
If I could do the flag football halftime, that'd be great. Hey guys, hello, Petty.
Paris, how's your French?
Attendez, Napoleon.
Tony Parker. Okay, thank you.
Wimbiama.
French fries.
French fries.
Oh my gosh.
French toast.
Oh, well, in other, coaching news, I don't want to say I called it by any means, but we now know Jeff Traylor is officially not taking the Texas A&M job
No.
because it was offered to
wow.
Mike Elko from Duke. And so, but I know since we last talked about Coach Traylor and his future, other college jobs have opened up.
Yes.
And I know one of them in particular made you a little nervous.
Houston.
Yeah.
Houston's available.
The Cougars.
They have major boosters. They just
Tillman Fertitta is like their biggest booster, right?
He's
Like,
their Phil Knight.
He's their billionaire.
Their T. Boone Pickens.
Yes.
Whatever you want to call it.
Owns the Rockets.
Owns the Rockets. Owns all the Landry's restaurant chains. All those companies that Landry's owns.
Yes.
So Jeff would have all of the bells and whistles that he's been begging for there. Yeah. And it's a step up to the Big 12. They just played their first season in the Big 12. They were horrible. They fired the idiot coach they had. He had no business being the coach. If I'm Houston, I would have offered Jeff the job already, honestly.
Well, for all we know, they have.
I think he's a perfect candidate for that job. It's just going to come down to whether or not Jeff wants it. It's up to Jeff to sleep on it and pray on it. He will.
He will. He probably already has. And whether UTSA, apparently there's stories that they're trying to throw a couple $1 million into more resources and stuff to make it more difficult for him to leave.
Praying's good, but he's gonna pray on it. But
prayers don't pay. Prayers don't pay the bills.
Well, not every day. No, that's right. So he's gonna pray about it. But if they come up with a $2 million, I still think it's going to be a difficult decision for Jeff, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because I do think he would like the challenge of a big boy school like that. And by the way, don't get butthurt, UTSA. I mean, we're just keeping it real here.
Of course we are.
I think Jeff would like the challenge of that conference. I think he wants to see. He wants to see what he could do with his talent with those resources, because he may regret it at the end of his life that he didn't take the chance. Because if he doesn't take the chance now, how many chances is he going to get? I mean, he's not an old man, but by coaching standards, he is 55 years old. And I think Baylor would have an interest in him. I think Arkansas at some point would have an interest in him.
Well, Baylor's bringing back Dave Aranda, they already said.
And Arkansas is bringing back their guy. I'm talking about like next year, the year after. But Jeff's only going to get older, going to get more entrenched in this town. It's going to come down to a personal decision. Do you want this challenge, or are you happy being here in Poodle, San Antonio, knowing you're always going to be in that conference, going to be having it, going to have to hustle. He's good at it. He's great at it, but does he want to keep doing it? That's up to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've not talked to him. I've left him alone. I haven't texted him one time.
No, same. As tempting as it is, because he's got enough on his plate. And he's got a bowl game to prepare for as well, and they're coming off a loss.
What bowl game are they in?
They haven't announced those. They'll announce it. Is it this weekend or pretty soon?
Frank Harris is leaving. Frank's gone. It's.
Oh, he's out already?
Well, he's finally graduated at the ripe old age of how old over
He's
he is?
24,
after
25?
7 years. And I think
Out of eligibility.
Jeff's got good guys coming next year. But the reason why Jeff needs that $2 million you mentioned, he wants that to go to assistant coaches.
Right.
What Jeff is tired of. See, Jeff's not tired of asking for money. He's not tired of the hustle. He's not tired of having to be the underdog. What he's tired of is losing coordinators every year.
To bigger schools.
You're going to lose coordinators when they get head coaching jobs every 3 years. He cannot keep one more than 6 months. He has had to replace his offensive coordinator every year he's been in San Antonio because they overachieve. Their offenses are great. And one of them went to Purdue, and one of them went to, gosh, I forget.
Oregon.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, you don't say no to Oregon.
No.
To go
That's
run
Phil
that
Knight.
offense. To go run that offense. And Jeff, it's also because the guy got a 500% raise. You have got to pay your assistants. Mike Elko, the Aggies have promised him they have raised the assistants budget. This is a different animal, A&M obviously.
Yes.
$11 million they've added to the assistants budget. So Mike can go throw money at whoever he wants to come in and help him. Jeff can throw.
Well, they're still paying Jimbo Fisher.
Jeff's got Mitieta. Hey, we got great people. It's a good market. We got good restaurants, and the weather's nice, and that's great. That's great. But they don't put chicken on the table. You know.
No, I know.
It's a tough decision. It is. I want him to stay, but he might need to.
Well, if he does happen, if he took that job in Houston, we can always bring Dion over here to UTSA.
Dion,
imagine that?
Dion may retire. He's had a tough year.
It's been what a difference. A tale of two seasons.
I was
hit him in the
keeping up
face.
just to see what he does on Colorado.
I
honestly,
love
this
Dion.
year.
I like his methods.
I do too.
I like his old school coaching approach with his new school swag that he brings to the marketing aspect of it. But they lost a bunch of games, and he had a bunch of decommits. And after saying we're not going to go pay players, now Dion's like, we need some money.
We're not going to be an ATM.
Yeah, but now he's changed his tune on that. You have to be.
No, for sure. That's
just
exactly
all there
what
is
it
to
is.
it. That's all there is to it. The UTSA loses guys to bigger schools because of NIL money. Kids that don't even go play, they just got paid. What was it, Zachary Franklin?
Zachary went to Ole Miss.
Didn't play it down.
And you haven't heard from him. Yeah.
No, and it's miserable.
I think it's
remarkable. But he got paid.
I think it's remarkable that more Roadrunners have not left. I think that is a tribute to Traylor and the loyalty they have to him.
Jeff's called them out. Not the players, but these coaches making these calls.
That can poach his players.
Trying to set up NIL deals.
But I was expecting more Roadrunners to leave or to follow Zachary Franklin, and to their credit, they stayed.
They did. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not trying to be all negative here, nihilist, but surely Lisa Campos, the athletic director, she knows that every year she's got to play this cat and mouse game with Jeff. Surely she's got a working list of replacements for him. There's no way she could think he's going to see the end of that 10-year contract. Even if he does, that's great. But if she's a good AD, which I'm sure she is, she has a list already.
Right.
Because she's got to put up with the gap that's going to be left when he leaves if he does. So she better have a list ready to roll of some good dudes. And I'm sure Jeff will have a good list for her of guys that he'll recommend out the door. And I'll go buy me a Houston shirt because I love Jeff Traylor. And he goes to Baylor, that's going to be hard. I'm not a Baylor fan. But
it won't be this year. We know that.
We might need to get the Lord involved on that one because I do not like Baylor at all. Short of going to Baylor, I'll follow that man anywhere he goes, and I'll support him. I love that guy. That's a good dude.
I just want people in San Antonio to realize. I mean, we've worked in the industry of sports and in the media to know what he's done and what we have right now with him, because it's not just not to bag on
more than they deserve. UTSA, because they have no money.
No, absolutely. And when you think of what he inherited 3 years ago when he came in, what the expectations were at the time. And if you'd have told anybody that they were going to win 2 titles and, turn things around like the way they have.
Yep.
It would have been laughable.
Is that D1 or D2?
It's D1.
D1,
It's
right?
just not Power 5.
But starting next year, when
But-
the playoff expands,
That's right. Yeah,
the
yeah. So
AAC,
it doesn't matter anymore.
The AAC champion will be slotted into that postseason tournament.
That is correct.
And you can literally, I mean, can you say, realistically, are the UTSA Roadrunners going to win the Final Four anytime soon? I mean,
No.
they could possibly. I mean, it is possible if they won every game in the AAC tournament and then went to the Final Four and won.
Yep.
Now in football, you used to not be able to say that. Now you can, starting next year, you can legitimately say, if they were to win
Right.
the AAC title, they would punch a ticket.
And
to
that's
the
a good
postseason
point.
tournament.
That might be what keeps Jeff here. Because, I can go to the playoff if I stay here. If I go to Houston, it's going to be hard.
much harder. Yeah.
Now, he's losing. Not A&M and Texas are leaving.
Yes.
But Colorado's coming in. And Lord knows who else.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma's leaving.
Cincinnati's
Yeah.
coming. I said A&M.
Yeah,
OU and Texas are
Yeah.
leaving. But honestly, it's just going to come down to, do you want to or not? Both decisions are good. Which one do you want?
Right.
OU and Texas are going to SEC?
Big Southern John Plantation country.
So you're going to get A&M and UT again.
Who's
Every
gonna
year on
leave?
Thanksgiving or the
Is
day
anyone,
after.
Is anyone leaving the SEC?
No.
Wow, so that just got...
No one leaves the SEC. Why?
Yeah.
There ain't nowhere to go but down.
That's right.
And they'll tell you all about it in that conference.
That's right.
That's right. He'd
And
be
the
a fool.
Pac-12 is the
We had
Pac-12
New
is,
Orleans,
turning into
Carolina.
something else.
Yeah, that's how we talk. Yeah. We love our boys in Alabama.
Oh man.
Don't date my daughter, but score them touchdowns. Just saying.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Thank you very much.
Couldn't tell you how to get to the academic building because I didn't go there, but I'm Roll Tide all the way here in Alabama. 99% of their fan base couldn't find the campus with Siri. I just know I'm Roll Tide. I never been kind. I can't afford to get the game. I can't afford to go to the dentist. I can't go to the football game.
Roll Tide.
but Roll Tide.
I'm getting, and I know you have some Aggie tie, loosely.
I do.
Parents.
I do.
Went there for a little bit. I'm not trying to bag on the Aggies.
No, I have a daughter who may end up going there, so I don't know.
It's been a long, talking about trying to support Baylor. Trying to support the SEC has been a chore for me, and I have no choice. I have to because Texas is going there.
Texas. Yes.
And Oklahoma's going there. And so I'm going to, reluctantly, because I've always liked not being a part of Dixie,
No,
Texas
I know.
is its own. But now we are, and it's just all about that money and that prestige.
Johnny Manziel gave me so much hope a few years ago, and then you know how that ended. And so
Did you ever see that documentary?
I did on Netflix.
It was really good.
So good.
Unreal.
I had way more respect for him after it was over because he was so honest about what a douchebag he is.
Yep.
But he was just born about 5 years
Took the
too
money.
early, right?
Yeah, who
right.
cares?
If he'd have came upon the scene now with the NIL and everything, can you imagine?
Oh, my gosh. He would have transferred probably because they would have been in line to pay him at all the other schools. Maybe not, but yeah, it's just
Well, A&M would have thrown a
college football in general. Are you you're a fan? I can tell the things you say. I know you pay attention.
I tried to.
It becomes more of just another business. It becomes just another .com by the day. It's tough. It's been tough on me because I'm silly, I guess, and I don't know, gullible, but I like the pageantry, the old school, the innocence of college football, but that's been gone for some time.
Just this morning, I was listening to a conversation on the radio about NIL and linemen. You know how it used to be the quarterbacks make all the money and the running backs make all the money.
Yep.
You knew their names. A lot of them were
receivers.
household, some of the star receivers. Now it's the linemen who are leaving the small schools or the FCS schools, and none of us can name them by name.
No.
But the minute they hit the transfer portal, these big time schools are going right after them and throwing themselves at them because they realize how important building an offensive and a defensive line are. And that's where a lot of the money is.
And this is what Traylor deals with in his own conference. SMU, who's in the conference, they actually have a collective just for offensive linemen.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're the starting right guard or the third string center. They all make about $30,000 a year in salary. It's in Jeff's conference.
Yes.
Jeff don't have that.
No.
And by the way, y'all, there's only about 3 or 4 kids that make any money at UTSA. Maybe not even 5. And not like Frank's rich. He made probably more than all the rest of them. Rashawn Wisdom made a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Couple of others. Out of 110 kids in that program, 105 don't make a nickel.
When did this start?
SMU, they're paying you $30,000 to back up. That's the same conference.
Starting.
That's why he would go to Houston.
Was it 2 years ago?
NIL's been around for a few years, like 3-4 years at least.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm for it. I hate the business of it, but this is America.
That's the reality.
This country is a giant business.
So if Manziel was
I'm
here,
fine with
if
it.
Manziel was here today, he can make money off of his
likeness.
Correct.
Any way he wants.
Wow.
Any way he wants.
God.
So essentially what he was doing at A&M, what we saw in the documentary,
Right.
is just it's legal now and
legal now,
approved and sanctioned, and it's all
Right. And
out in the open.
And his case is the last big case of the NCAA finally saying this is stupid. We got to let these kids make money. It's insane. There's going to be 50 more Johnny Manziels that we're just it's become a farce.
Right.
Let's just open it up, and they did, and I'm happy they did. What I don't want to see, and I'm worried about this, I think it's going to happen, is schools directly paying players' salaries.
I think it's headed that way.
I think it's headed that way, and I'll catch flack. Taylor, you're an idiot. These kids are making so much money. These coaches are making 10, 15 million. I know. I don't have to like it.
No.
I can accept it.
That doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
I could even agree with it, but
Right.
I don't have to like it, And it's just I'm old school, I was raised in the 80s when you had to cheat your way to glory, like TCU. TCU went 8-4 one year, cheating our balls off with a bunch of no-show jobs, paying a bunch of kids for jobs they didn't go to.
Right.
Got caught, but it was worth it because we went to the Blue Bonnet
in,
Bowl
clock
with
out.
the great Jim Wacker. We went to the Blue Bonnet Bowl, cheating our asses off. Yeah.
Jim Wacker.
I miss those days where you had to cheat your way to the top rather than do it legitimately.
Now you have to do it legitimately.
It just it's a giant business. It is what it is, And y'all know how I feel about college education in general and paying for it.
Yes.
You know what? Half those colleges, they're all just there to make money anyway. Might as well pay the football players. Why not? But I do think you got to pay everybody else. You can't just pay football. Now, maybe there's a scale. Johnny Manziel needs to be making more than the softball coach, or the softball pitcher.
You can't. Yeah, how
you got to
gonna
put
pay?
a scale on it, but then you're going to open up a can of lawsuits, Title IX, equality, all this kind of thing. You're going to have girl teams walking out because someone's going to find out, the football team's making $20,000 a month.
Right.
We make $350 a week.
Right.
We're going to walk out. That's going to happen. But again, it's a giant business.
And the student body, the non-athletic. The student body, some of the
they're
students,
not going to love it.
They're not going to love it either.
No. These students already don't love it. UTSA just tried to pass a new bill where they would raise tuition to support football.
Athletic fee,
Not
student athletic fee.
Football.
You
want to call it athletic fee? You go right ahead.
Is that Jerry Jones?
Football.
No, but and the students shot it down
Overwhelmingly.
70%. Were like, nope, I'm not raising my tuition for football. Not doing it. And I don't blame those students, but I don't blame Jeff for reacting to it if he leaves. That's business.
Yeah.
I know it is.
No one's wrong.
Right.
I have a little tie to A&M too. Little one.
Drove through College Station one time.
Nope.
Did a stand-up gig. Stand up with the chicken.
Nope. I have a A&M hoodie.
Oh.
I mean, little, very little. That was it.
Okay. All right.
You've never done a show in College Station?
Actually, I did. I did do a show in College Station, and that was a lot of fun.
You just as funny as you can be.
Yeah, it was a lot like that.
Don't let the sun go down.
Hey,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it was.
What town was that? Georgia? You told that story where they were like, long as you're gone by
Savannah, Georgia.
nightfall.
Yeah.
That's in Big Southern John
Yeah.
Plantation. As long as you're gone by nightfall. Stop and get me some more tea on your way out, but then go on in and go ahead and leave.
Oh, my God.
Oklahoma. Oklahoma, and the lady said, she goes, please welcome to the stage right now,
Cleto.
from San Antonio, Texas. Please welcome Salito Rodriguez. Salito Rodriguez, come on up.
Oh,
Salito.
God.
Oh, my goodness. I laughed so hard. I said, man, that's Cleto.
Are you Italian?
Salito. Yeah, I was going to say
That was North Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Yeah,
Salito.
Salito Rodriguez.
Wow. That's
How do you get that out? There's a C. They pronounce
Arkansas the night before. I was Cleto Rodriguez.
Cleto.
I can see where they would say Cleto, but I don't.
She
Salito?
said Salito Rodriguez. And not one of them said Cleto until I got back to Texas. And that was in Waxahachie.
Again, this is what our...
That ought to just tell you my career was on fire at
This
the
is
time.
what the University of Texas has gotten in bed with. This is what they wanted. They wanted to join these people over here and just tell them that Texas and Dixie are not the same. People in New York don't know the difference. There's a hell of a big difference between Texas and all these fools, east of the border. Ugh.
It's a whole nother kind of South.
The Longhorns, y'all wanted to get in bed with these people. Here you are. The Aggies, they're their own little cult no matter what. I'm not being ugly. UT is the school of note in this state. They are the official flagship university of this state.
Literally.
Y'all wanted to go join them? Good luck. Have fun. I'll root for you. There's a bunch of Texas kids. Yeah, I'll root for them. I'm happy that they're going to play the Aggies again. That's going to be cool.
Get that rivalry back.
That'll be cool.
Some great memories of that growing up.
Yeah.
The Aggie bonfire's not
I need more money for my assistants, Mike. And that's just it. See, Tillman will pay his assistants what
Tillman Fertitta. You're talking about trailer. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I jump all over.
No.
Back to
But
trailer.
I know what you're saying is this. And you're one of the first tweets that came across after I saw Houston had fired Dana Holgerson. I think you tweeted out something about, now this makes me nervous.
Yeah, maybe A&M. I never thought.
No, I never thought he was going to A&M.
Houston's a different.
But Houston, that's a different. So
Ernie, I think we have LG. We got Jerry Jones on the phone talking about Thanksgiving.
I don't know, let me check.
Do we have Jerry Jones talking about Thanksgiving?
That was last week.
How was Thanksgiving, Jerry?
It ain't jumped like that in years. I saw Dolly Parton.
Oh, God.
Tell that son of a bitch. My daughter didn't get her. I booked her. I double booked her.
Don't kill Salito over there, please. Don't kill him.
Yeah.
Gosh, dog.
I got lead in my pencil. I didn't know it was there.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Jerry, were you dancing to 9 to 5?
They said I had 6 months to live. I bought 6 more years.
Oh, man. Wow. Okay.
What'd you think of Dolly, Jerry? That was a good move right there.
Oh, I'd like to bounce off of it.
Oh, gosh. Wow, look at the time. Look at there's a great transition once again to our Salvation Army Red Kettle because
well, I support that too.
You do support Jerry. To his credit, Jerry has supported the Salvation Army Red Kettle for many years, and we're going to keep raising money. So go online to our kettle page, and soon again we're working on our schedules.
Jerry
to
pays
arrange
all of his illegitimate kids' moms with a different fund. All this money goes to the Salvation Army.
Correct. This money goes straight to the Salvation Army.
All that money goes straight to the... By the way, I thought that the guys jumping in the kettle, that was awesome.
That was cool.
Okay, the fan in me came out that day.
Yeah.
And they didn't
the
call
cynical sports idiot went away.
They didn't throw a flag either or fine him for doing that.
I'm so glad they didn't.
He came out with a turkey leg.
That is a total violation of the no props rule.
Yes.
But to the NFL's credit, that's fine. Bust the turkey legs out. That was awesome. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
They were jumping in and out. That was great. I know Zeke did it, but to put the whole bit on the turkey leg bit, that was pretty sweet.
That was pretty good.
My first thought was, I hope them legs ain't been sitting there since kickoff.
No,
they can't leave turkey sitting out too long. I think they put them in. They were hot. They were
aluminum foil. Yeah,
they were wrapped up in foil. I thought it was a great bit.
How many plates did you get on Thanksgiving, Mike?
Oh, about over the course of the day, about 4.
4?
Yeah,
Ernie?
Probably 3.
Yeah.
Now we talking like 11 a.m. to 8 o'clock that night.
Yep.
So you just slow graze like a horse.
Yeah. I had 2 plates. First game and third game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing cards and
so no plate during the Cowboys game.
Nope. I was playing. I was just watching the game. Well, I was asleep. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I was the same.
I
took a hard nap.
Honestly, I made nachos during the Cowboy game. We had a bunch of
really.
Yeah, I mean, I had
turkey
food
nachos
during the Lions, and I wasn't hungry anymore.
Yeah,
and I had food. I had dinner. I had 2 more for dinner, but during the game, I just went there and threw some chips on the plate and threw a bunch of 4-cheese Mexican cheese on there. And
there you go.
Nuked it and drank a beer and ate nachos. It's great.
Thanksgiving nachos.
Good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Been farting ever since.
Oh, good.
I've been very flatulent all week.
Thank you for not doing it during the show. He spared us during the show.
Nina's about ready to throw me to the couch.
Oh, I bet.
I need all that Thanksgiving to wear off. I've been farting up a storm. Well, it was a very plant-based Thanksgiving day. You remember, you eat stuff you don't normally eat.
Yep.
Like all those
true.
greens and stuffing and beets and crap like that.
Cranberry.
Casseroles.
Yeah, random stuff that you don't eat. Your body's like, get that out of me, you know? So I think hopefully it's about worn out.
Okay. Well, now that we've been updated on Mike's bowels and everything, we're good to go. We're good
Trying to get back to normal.
Okay. Well, no, that's a great place to end right there. Quite literally.
Is it time already?
The show has gone to crap. Wow. No. It's time. It's time. It is time to move on. But please continue to support us. We'll keep you posted on our whereabouts because we do want to get out and ring the bell and see you guys and say hello and be able to talk.
Got to give a shout out to Alamo Tees.
Thank you. Yes.
Merchandising.
Right.
I'm going to do a bit here.
Yep.
Can I take the kettle?
You take it.
I'm going to go rogue here.
You do it.
All right. So I am going to be at Texas Cheer Liquor.
Oh, there you go.
All day long tomorrow.
Okay.
Friday.
Okay.
From 10 to 9 p.m. I've been working there twice a week.
Is that a double?
I wasn't going to say anything, but a lot of people have now realized, dude, you work here. So the cat's out of the bag.
Or he has a drinking problem. No.
Yeah, I hang out in liquor stores all day. I should have rolled with that. Crap. I'm going to be there's a Texas Cheer Liquor on Boulevardy and Evans.
Okay.
All right. 1604 take Boulevardy, head toward Johnson High School right there at the corner of Evans. There's a Sprouts grocery store there.
Yeah.
We're right next door to the Sprouts. There's a Texas Cheer Liquor. I'm going to be there all day Friday. I'm going to have the kettle on display.
Beautiful.
Donate. I don't care if it's $1. It all goes to the people. All goes to the kids and the families. $40 will buy you whatever topic you want on the show. But I'm going to have this with me all day long right there on the desk or the cash register or whatever you call it.
Beautiful. Just by the little
long.
mini bottles.
Yeah, I'll put little mini bottles around it.
Right.
I guess I mean, this thing is. I mean, I'm so happy that we have Integrity Roofing.
Yes. Absolutely.
We couldn't do this show without
Thank you, Ronnie
these guys.
and Stephanie. Yes.
But this thing's a little naked.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you feel free.
Normally I don't mind it, but on this one, this
Your
one here,
kettles.
I need. We need stuff. This thing's boring.
Jerry Jones, we need a turkey leg in there.
Get Texas Cheer Liquor to add some
I
stickers
might
or
do
some
that.
decals
All
or
right,
some
fine.
mini bottles, and then when Clutto gets it, he can take
I'm
it
going
to.
to put a pack of Paul Malls on there and
I
the rooster.
cannot take responsibility for the condition of this thing when y'all get it back.
Well,
you can let me borrow it.
Now we know
Okay.
we have the before and after.
Because we need it for Saturday. I'll figure out how to get it to you.
We'll
Saturday.
figure it out.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right.
Very good.
And I'll
Saturday?
promote this on
Well, we're
Twitter.
going to go, hopefully, that's the
Well, they
second
need it at the
yeah.
or the 9th when we go ring the bell. We'll keep you
Gotcha.
posted on when we go out there because we want to meet everybody.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And a shout out you said for the swag.
Yeah,
and
shout out
everything.
to Alamo Tees and their merchandising. Make sure to go
And
ahead
don't
and
forget our
give
boys
them a
here
call.
Chatterbox Studios.
Yes,
Chatterbox.
sir.
Yeah, Alamo
Yes,
Tees,
sir.
Chatterbox. Got Ronnie in.
Yeah.
I'll be at the liquor store. Okay, good. We got them all in.
We got to check. Okay, everybody's good. And we'll get Ronnie and Stephanie Suarez in studio soon.
Yes,
because
I can't wait to hear their story.
They've
Yeah.
got an amazing story, and obviously they've been so supportive. So, more on that coming up very soon.
Cool.
But for now, we'll leave it right there. And thank you so much for watching another 3 Cents podcast presented by Integrity Roofing and Siding. For Clutto Rodriguez and Mike Taylor, LG right here. I'm Ernie Zuniga. We'll see you again very soon. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. Take
Go
care.
Frogs. Gig 'em.
9 to 5.
Whatever.
9 to 5.
Screw
Roll
Baylor.
Tide.
What do the Cougars do? Oh.
Roll Tide.
Come on, Jerry. 9 to 5.
Jolene. Jolene. Jolene.
Three Cents Podcast is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Siding.